friends. My name is Santosh. So I am a practicing chartered accountant in Hyderabad. So this video is I am doing with very in short mode actually, because this is short information. So how the government is following the GST rules, how the government is amending the GST in frequent ways. So as a professional, we have a responsible to participate in the development of the country. So we are already participating. But this many frequent changes will very hardship on the customer, will hardship on the clients to inform also the changes, everyday changes. So now this video is mainly doing 2 points. How the government is frequently changing the GST rules. For example, Rule 36(4) is amended. 3 days back, Rule 36(4) is amended. Actually, you know that you can claim input tax credit, because you can claim input tax credit if you have in your hand your purchase invoices. This is at the beginning it is introduced. Suppose if you are having a purchase invoices, you can claim input tax credit totally, irrespective of GST or 2A. So that practice we are following from last 2 years. Next, 36(4) is introduced. What is 36(4)? You can claim only input tax credit up to 10% of, up to 110% of your GST or 2A. That means suppose we purchased totally in this year, in this month, 20 lakhs input. Suppose we have to receive 20 lakhs input in this month. But our suppliers, our sellers had filed only 18 lakhs input in your GST or 2A. So actually you purchased 20 lakhs worth of input, but your GST or 2A is updated only 18 lakhs input. Now as per 36(4), up to last month, you can claim 110% of your GST or 2A input. That means even actually you purchased 20 lakhs input, you cannot claim. Whatever in GST or 2A it is updated, you can claim up to 110% of GST or 2A. That means in GST or 2A is updated 18 lakhs into 110%, I can claim almost of 19 lakhs. But I purchased for rupees 20 lakhs. Here 1 lakh working capital is difference is there. Unnecessarily I am paying 1 lakh working capital by using my CC loan or OD loan. Unnecessarily I am paying interest. Why this situation had happened? So one side you are telling in your GST or 2A whatever amount is there, you can claim 110% of that amount. On the another side you are giving the option to the sellers to file quarterly GSTR1. If they file quarterly GSTR1, it will be updated only on quarterly basis in my GSTR2A. How I can claim every month input? That means I am paying without claiming my input. I am unnecessarily wasting my working capital requirements. Unnecessarily wasting my working capital interest. Because you are giving one side options to below 5 crores turnover to file quarterly GSTR1. Another side you are telling you can claim only GSTR2A input 110%. They will not upload GSTR1, I cannot claim GSTR2A input. So this is very hardship rule. And yesterday changes. Earlier you are telling 110% you can claim on GSTR2A. 2 days back again you changed that. Only 105% you can claim of your GSTR2A. That means again you reduced 5%. So one side GSTR1 is filed on quarterly basis by that person. In my GSTR2A will be updated on quarterly basis. I can claim monthly basis. First of all, this clarity should come into the market. This clarity you should clarify to the business people in India. So as per new amendment, only 105% of your GSTR2A you can claim as an input. Okay, forget about that. Come to next point. Next amendment. Rule 86B is introduced last month. It is effective from January 1st. What is Rule 86B? In Rule 86B they are telling that 1% of your entire output tax you should pay in cash, even though you have sufficient input tax. That means, suppose this month you purchased for rupees, your input tax is 20 lakhs. Your output tax is 15 lakhs. Normally you need not to pay GST because your input is more, you need not to pay GST. But as per new 86B rule, you have to pay 1% on entire your output tax tax liability to the government irrespective of your input. What this is provision? What is the situation? So unnecessarily you are collecting 1% from me even though I am having input. This rule is applicable for those persons whose turnover is above 50 lakhs per that month. So if my turnover is above 50 lakhs per that month, even though I am having a input, excess input, I have to pay 1% on my entire output tax. So this is very hardship rule. This is very 5% we can manage as per GSTR 2A, that is we can follow, not a problem. So this 1% concept, why I should pay 1%? I am having input. So the government is telling, the GST is telling that this concept is introduced to reduce the fake invoices. How the fake invoices will be controlled with this amendment? I am paying 1% out of my own packet, even though I am having input tax. How fake invoices will be traced out? For tracking that fake invoices, we should have separate mechanism. Why this 1% concept introduced? This is in order to collect the amount from the business people. They have to pay out of their own working capital amount by spending interest amount. Already this is a COVID situation. Already businesses are suffering so much of working capital requirements. Some businesses are closed. Now this rule has introduced. How it is possible? This many changes, can businessmen cope up? This many changes can businessmen can follow in this situation? Even you are sighing to inform to the clients. We are feeling very bad to inform to the clients. This is the situation. They are asking, sir, how many changes are there? Every month you are telling only 5% you can take excess input. Now earlier you told 10% excess input you take. So now you are telling 1% I have to pay every month. So how this is possible to follow the GST? So even you are telling GST is planned very phased manner. Even after 3 years also we are not able to follow the GST. So you are focusing on only on collection from the businessmen. So you are not understanding the situation. So whatever input tax I am purchasing, you have to give me the input tax. So it is totally depending on my sellers. Another side, you are giving the option to the sellers to file quarterly returns. How it will be updated in my GSTR 2A? So unnecessarily I have to pay output tax. So what is the new concept? What is the new rules the government added? Rule 36(4) is amended. Rule 36(4), as per Rule 36(4), you can take only 105% of your GSTR 2A input. Remaining you have to pay, even though you actually purchased. Because of your seller falter, because of government had given the option to the seller to file quarterly returns. So 1% you have to pay every month, even though you are having an input tax. It is applicable to above 50 lakhs turnover every month. So this many changes the government can not follow. We are also very feel bad to inform to the clients. So government should think how we can cope up with this situation. So this discussion is not a political point of view. This is purely business point of view. So not blaming any party, not encouraging any party. So government should encourage the businesses, should encourage the foreign investments to follow these rules. Thanking you. Yours faithful.